vacation up. I'm about to f this shit up. We go to the door, knocking like the police. I was like, oh yeah, I'm about to be like one of these crazy and fuck up his. And I'm like, no, like I'm good, bro. After this, I'm good. I'm good. I'm out. I'm done, bro. I was like, I know you're not coming up to me trying to press me about my. I'm like, and you had the nerve to accuse me of cheating. And this is, listen, y'all, if you're getting accused of cheating and you've been nothing but loyal and you've never cheated, you never given your partner a reason, it's because they're cheating.
I think I lie for you. I think I die for you. Don't cry for you. Don't think when you're wrong, you like control. Yeah, like control.
Hey everybody! It's your girl Lacey and I am back again with another epic, juicy, ghetto, drama-filled story. Not only is this an epic, juicy, and ghetto and drama-filled story time, this is a zoovie, okay? This is part 5 of my narcissistic ex, okay? This is the end of the series. This is the end of an era, which was my messy ass life that I finally left. Okay, I'm not really crying. Okay, that's for the theatrics, okay? If you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel. If you a returning viewer, which if you a viewer, you should subscribe, because a lot of y'all viewing and coming back and not subscribing, but okay. And if you're a returning subscriber, what's up, boo? What's steady? What's cracking? What's popping? Y'all chilling? Y'all chilling? I bet. Y'all see the title of today's video. This is part 5, y'all. I know y'all been waiting, and I've been taking a little long. Okay, your girl ain't been in the mood to record. I'm not even going to cap to y'all, but I'm here today. Someone commented in the last video, said I was coming through with the looks for this whole series. Girl, y'all see how I'm looking today, bitch. We got no nails, no makeup. We got a little brow fill, spot corrector, and gloss. And y'all lucky I got that, because I really... But you know, I started this series, so I know I had to finish it. So we're here for part 5 today. I don't know, the look, is it giving? Do y'all like how I look in my natural state? Do y'all like this? Let me know. Before we get into the nitties of the gritties, okay? I want to say shout out to the people that sent me emails for subscriber story times. We did start it up. The first subscriber story time is linked above. Okay, make sure y'all go check that out whenever y'all got some free time, whenever y'all got a chance. And, okay, Artisha. Shout out to Artisha, because she commented, first of all, she watched the subscriber story time, and she commented, and she said, you could call your subscriber stories subscriber diaries. I like that. So that's what we're gonna call subscriber diaries. So whenever y'all see me post, if you see it says subscriber diaries, it is a subscriber story time. And depending on how long it takes me to record part 5, I'ma just record a subscriber diary immediately after, if y'all see the same fit again. Okay, I think that's all I have to say for my introduction. I know y'all been waiting. Part 4 ended crazy. This is gonna be the craziest part of the series. So let me just get straight into it where we left off. Ciao. Ciao, bitch. All right. So where we left off, right? We left off, I seen Fezbo's weird ass was in Crazy's weirder ass's crib. Crazy's in Belize. Fezbo's in New York. And I'm in my house sitting right here. I've lived in long, y'all. Sitting right here, getting ready to go to work at Applebee's, bitch. And I'm looking at y'all seen part 4. When I saw what I saw, like I told you, my blood was boiling. I was immediately filled with rage. I don't think I've ever been this. No, I've been like the top angriest days in my life had to deal with crazy. The top angriest days in my 25 years were due to crazy's antics. Okay, so I'm filled with rage, anger, confusion. I felt betrayed. Like, this man, you really swore up and down that you were not talking to this girl, that you were not dealing with this girl. Liars! Listen. Liars! But you are in a whole, like, you're, bitch, another country, bitch, you're on a whole other continent! You are on the southern part of the world, and this bitch is in your crib. Tell me that's your without telling me that's your. So y'all want to know? Okay, I told you I pulled up to the crib, right? But let's get the build up before we get to when I got to the crib and what happened when I got to the crib, right? So I seen this rage. I was like, oh, I'm about to fuck this nigga's vacation up. Boo 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 boo. I'm about to fuck this shit up. I don't give a. I called this, and I wasn't expecting like for him to have service, but sure enough, he had service. So I call him angry as F, bitch. Angry as F. Like, I was seeing red. Mind you, I gotta go to work. Like, I start work in like 2.5 hours my shift started, right? And I have this turmoil going on in my brain. I'll call crazy. This mother answers the phone.
Yeah? Yo, what's up? What's up?
Bitch, I don't know if they was driving ATVs in the background or what, but he sounded like he was having the time of his life, and I was about to ruin it all. I really didn't care that he was on vacation. You and your whole vacation, bitch. The fuck? I'm like, yo, crazy. You lying ass, bitch ass. Suck my. And you got this in your house. You really got this in your house. You really got this in your house. You dirty. Like, he hung up the phone. Bitch. I was like, all right. Oh, you gonna hang up? Let me call back. Went straight to voicemail. I'm texting. Y'all know the song Text Go Green by Drake? Yeah, my text was going green. Okay? I was like, oh, this nigga blocked my phone number. Wow. Alright. So I go to Instagram. I'm cussing this nigga clean out. I'm gonna put in the screenshots because I got the screenshots. Insert them here. Yeah, y'all read that. Like, I was violating this man. Like, y'all seen the messages. Like, y'all probably was like, yo, Lacey, like, you really capable of saying stuff like that? When you drag me to that point? Like, when I told, like, bro, like, do y'all understand, like, when I say my blood was boiling? Some of y'all probably sitting there like, well, you shouldn't even been surprised. But you gotta understand, like, I was dealing with a master manipulator. Like, the relationship was literally on the edge of ending because he broke up with me. Y'all seen part 4. I'm not going over stuff because you broke up with me and I was actually in agreement. I was actually like, okay, cool. But once you seen that I was in agreement of us ending the relationship, you begged and pleaded. Mind you, remember the timeline, y'all, okay? All of this took place of him begging and pleading, and then you pulling up to my job unannounced and da-da-da. All of this took place days before he went on this trip. Days before Fezbo came to New York. Okay, and when did I tell you I found out Fezbo was coming to New York? I found out she was coming back to New York probably about a month before she was actually coming. So that means you knew. You knew that this girl was coming to New York. You knew that you were leaving out of town, and you knew you was leaving the keys to your crib for her to stay in your crib. All while you were begging and pleading for me to stay with you. And you were telling me that this girl was not a problem, that you were not in communication with her. Like, oh my God, like I could not, like, I don't know how to, like, I felt crazy. Like, I felt insane. That's why I'm like, okay, now I'm going for blood, because it's like, yeah, like I'm about to go to jail over this D. Like, that's how I felt, because it's like, no way. Like, you could have just left me alone. You could have just let me go. But instead, you begged and pleaded for, because the thing is, his dumb ass ain't think that I was going to figure it out. But he didn't realize I'm Nancy Drew Jr. Nancy Drew Jr. Right here. Right here. Right here. Yeah. And you know the part that had me gagged, bitch? The part that had me like, yo, he's such a trifling ass, right? So boom, it was literally the day before he left. Halloween, actually, but during the daytime, right? Me and him was on FaceTime. Why was Crazy like deep cleaning his crib? Like, bitch, he might as well had a toothbrush and was scrubbing the floor with the toothbrush. Like, that's how deep cleaning, he was deep cleaning his crib. I'm like, damn, Crazy, like, why are you going so hard with cleaning your house right now? Like, he was cleaning like the ceilings, bitch. Well, not really, but I'm exaggerating it. He might as well been cleaning the ceilings, cleaning the walls, cleaning the floor, cleaning the air in the house, like cleaning everything. And he was telling me,
oh, you know, when I go out of town, I like to come back to a clean house, da 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 da.
She was changing the sheets, changing the comforters, changing the pillow, like cleaning everything. Now I understand, I like to leave my house clean before I go on vacation too. But you weren't cleaning your house for that, you bitch. You was cleaning your house for this whore, Fezbo, to stay in your crib. Like your shit is a whole, like your shit is the telly. Alright. I called him, hangs up the phone, blocked me. Cuss him clean out. Cuss him clean out on Instagram. Okay? He just left me on scene. So at this point, I'm like, I gotta call somebody. I gotta call somebody right now who's up to date that can help a bitch out. So I don't know if y'all remember my friend Love that I briefly mentioned. I'm still cool with her till this day, right? I call Love crying. I FaceTime. I'm like, Love. Love, like, yo, why is Facebook and Crazy happening? Love is like, damn, bro. Like she even really know what to say, because it's like she already know everything I done went through with this dude, and it's like, now this? So I remember if me and Love had hung up the phone. Oh, before I even called Love, okay, boom. I'm remembering now, So I had called Love, right? So I had told Love, like, yo, let me call you back, because at this point I'm not going to work, because I was in too much emotional distress to then have to go to my job and be there for like 7 hours. Mind you, I was working the night shift, so no, my shift wasn't 7 hours, because this was like already evening. Let's say my shift started at like 6 o'clock and I got off at like 11. Like, let's say that was the shift, right? So I had called my job. I called my manager. I'm like, yeah, I'm not coming. I'm not feeling well. Like, and I feel like it was probably believable too, because I was literally just crying. So I had told my boss, listen, I don't know what I told him, but I told him I will not be there. So sorry, figure it out, not coming. So then after I called out from my job, I had called my cousin Cece. And if you were OG, you already know who Cece is. If you done watch all of my story times, you've been here since day one, you know what I'm saying? You know who Cece is, okay? Cece, that's like my bodyguard. I'm not even gonna lie to you. She's like my bodyguard. Like she'll step for some shit. She'll step for some shit. She's with the antics. She's with the antics. Okay. So I call Cece. Same thing. Cece! We got this big festival in his house and gave her the whole scoop. She like,
he got who in his house?
festival! Like, and he's in Belize, man. He's in Belize. Cece's like,
Oh, what? Bet. Alright, so I just got off of work. I'm about to come scoop you, and we're going to the crib to beat her ass. Like, that's what we're about to do.
I was like,
I'm on my way. Let's roll, friends.
oh yeah, let's go. Let's do that. Cause Cece had a car at the time. I had no car. Again, y'all, I live in NYC. A car is a luxury. It's not a necessity. So I definitely ain't had no car at this time because the bitch was, you know, I wasn't broke, but I wasn't where I am now. Okay. I'm like, I bet. Mind you, y'all, I was like, I was with it. I'm like, yeah, we're gonna jump her. Like, this bitch is about to get jumped. Like, it's up. Cause when I remember I told y'all, I still ain't getting my lick back from when she showed her ass at my dorm. Okay, so I'm like, oh yeah, she's about to get violated. I was texting crazy. I don't know if I put it in the messages or not. I'm like, yeah, this about to get fucked up because of you. You about to come back to a fucked up house. Da, 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 da. Yeah, we was about to be on not even about to be. We was on
Demon timing.
I'm like, I bet. Mind you, I was fake tight, y'all, that this man basically put me in a position where I'm getting ready to fight him because I told you it was Halloween, right? It was probably like 3 or 4 days before this. I had got my nails done, y'all. I had these long black nails for Halloween. Let me show y'all what I use too. Girl, why we got props and shit? I use these. I cut them off. Cut them off. Cause I'm not gonna break a nail. I might as well break them safely so that I can make a fist and pound her face. Like that was the game plan, y'all. That was the game plan. Cece comes, she picks me up, and mind you, here's a little mini story time in the story time, right? And this is touching on the girl's comment that I had mentioned in the beginning of part 4, where she said, have you met any of his family, whatever. Okay, we about to get into that real quick before we can continue, right? Cece already didn't like but bitch, why did I say this man's government name? I'm bleeding that out. I'm bleeping that out. I'm covering, because y'all cannot know his government name. What? That's crazy that I just did that. Okay. Cece did not like Crazy, right? She did not like him at all. And really, because we was just talking about this not too long ago, because, you know, I got the series running or whatever. And, you know, she was telling me recently, she was like, yeah, because, you know, when you was dealing with him, I seen the type of dude that he was. I seen right through him and his BS, because one, Cece is like 2 years older than me. So she got, you know, at the time, a bit more experience than me, because she's 2 years older than me and she's already been in, you know, a decent amount of situations to where she knows how to really deal with men and stuff like that. Anytime I would come to her, like, complaining, like, it was like I told y'all, like, I was technically kind of trauma dumping on my friends and whoever was close to me, because it's like, this man was really throwing me through a meat grinder, bitch. He might as well have threw me through a meat grinder and try to get some scotch tape and try to tape all the little pieces back up, because that's how I felt. Like I said, Cece, she already didn't like Crazy, because I will always go to her when some nonsense happened, crying up a storm. Like, all she heard about Crazy was bad stuff. Like, I never called her about him saying like, wow, I have the best boyfriend in the world, da 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 da. So she had a breaking point one day, because basically it was like around Christmas time. I don't remember. I think this was like 20, because what we saying right now is 2019. So this had to have been the year before, which was 2018. So it was about to be Christmas time or whatever. And like I told y'all, Crazy is from Florida. And he was going to Florida for either Christmas or Thanksgiving. I really don't remember which it was. And I think I had suggested like, oh, like, you know, can I come with you to like meet your family and stuff like that. And to make the long story short, Crazy was very like, he sounded very uncomfortable with the thought of me even meeting like his immediate family. And he was basically like, no, like you can't come to meet them. And I'm like, well, if we're in a relationship, like why can't I go meet your family with you? He was like, because I'm embarrassed. He was like, because I'm embarrassed of you.
What did he say?
Cut the cameras. Dead ass.
I'm like, embarrassed? Like, how are you embarrassed of me? Like, do I stink? Like, what's wrong with me that you're embarrassed of me? And he's like,
Well, because you're really young, so it's like, I already know the types of questions that I'm gonna get if I go bring you to meet my parents, and I'm just embarrassed.
and it's just like that, like amongst the, y'all been following the series, okay? That on top of like all the other BS and nonsense broke my heart, shattered my heart into a million pieces, because it's just like, you're embarrassed. Like, I promise y'all today, whoever my king is, he will be proud. Cause I'm single as fuck, y'all, right now, which I'm cool with. But whoever my king is will be proud to show me off as his girl. Today's version of me at that. Bump the 19, 18. No, we're talking about 20 fine. I turned 20 fine in 2 weeks. So 20 fine plus Alicia. Oh yeah. Yeah. They're gonna want to flaunt me. Period. Anyways, I'm getting off topic. Okay. When this had happened, I had told Cece, and at the time Cece had one of my old iPhones because I had given it to her. And y'all know how the iPhones work. If y'all got an iPhone, the iCloud, da-da-da-da. All of my old contacts was still on that iPhone. So when I had told Cece this, of course I was distraught, crying, da-da-da. And Cece kind of had enough, because it's like, even though we cousins, we basically kind of like sisters. We have like a sister type of bond, type of relationship. So she was tired, she was fed up, so she took it upon herself to call Crazy and cuss him clean out. Like, I wish I had the receipt still, because she had sent him like, they was arguing, like she was sending him text messages, calling him all types of threatening him, all types of mess, like all types of mess. They were in it, but I ain't gonna get into like the full details of that, because that's just adding additional time to this long story time as it is. Okay, that had happened. I'll probably elaborate further on how that panned out and ended at another time, but yeah, that had happened. Okay, and she already didn't like him because of that. Okay, she was all on board for pulling up and beating up Fezbo's dumbass, because she's a dumbass bitch. Okay, you weird. And if Fezbo, if you're watching this, you're a weirdo. So boom, Cece picks me up. Y'all already know I'm with the antics, because I punched Crazy in the last episode. Hold on, I'm a little parched. Yeah, let me get some water. So y'all already know I'm with the antics, because I punched the shit out of Crazy in the last episode. So you know I was super with fighting Fezbo now. You know what I'm saying? Clipped my nails off, sweatpants, hair tied, chilling with no makeup on. That's when you the prettiest. I hope that you don't take it wrong. Yeah. Vaseline on the face. We was getting ready to brawl. Honestly. So boom. She picked me up. I'm pretty sure she had a spliff. So we was on the way there, getting the mindset ready. Okay, we pull up to the crib, and the type of crib that Fezbo lived in, I don't know how cribs be set up where y'all are at, but in New York, because it's not small, it's only small, like I would say geographically, because you have a lot of people compiled into one space, right? So how does that work in New York? Like, what's the population, like 8 million? And it's like, we don't, like, we have a lot of land, but like compared to other places, it's really not that much land. So how do they compile people? Apartment buildings, multi-family homes, shit, basement apartments. Like, we got a lot of those out there. Shit, I live in a multi-family home, okay? So Crazy lived in a multi-family house. Actually, it was a house that was, you know, broken up into little apartments. So the house that he lived in, it was probably about 5 apartments in this big ass house, right? And you know, they renovate the inside to make it look like an apartment type of situation. So his crib, usually like the front door, or it wasn't really the front door, it was like a side door, but that's where damn near all the tenants would go through, and then, you know, they either go to the left, go upstairs, whichever floor, wherever they at, right? So that door, it was like a screen door, and then there was like a door behind it, okay? Usually, that door is always open, okay? Which I know because I be over there. Mind you, I forgot to say too, because look, little things is coming back to my mind, right? So when I had called Cece and I had told her X, Y, and Z, da-da-da, and she's like, okay, we pulling up. Before she even said, okay, we pulling up, she was like, Alicia, how do you know it's his house? Like, are you sure this is his house? I was like, Cece, I be in this man's house every other day. When I'm not working, when I'm not at school, I am with him in his house. I know what the crib looks like. I know what the dishes, like I looked at the plate, the dishes, the everything. I knew that was his crib. I'm like, bro, I damn near live there, bro. I know. I know it's some of y'all in the comments, like, if y'all seen a bitch in your man's crib, like, you know it's your man's crib. Like, no. Boom. All right, let's get back to what we was talking about. So we're driving to the crib now. We're not driving. We're already at the crib now. So, right, boom. We get to the crib. We go. Sure enough, the door is locked, bitch. How is it that the second door, I opened the screen, I was like, boop, okay, we in there. Second door not opening. I'm like, oh my God. So I'm like, all right, no, don't worry. This crib is active. People usually be in and out the crib. So let's just wait for somebody to come outside. So she was like, all right, bet. Sure enough, probably like 2 minutes of us standing outside, somebody came out. I was like, oh, thank you. And it was a guy that he had seen me before. So I don't know if he knew the dynamic of me and Crazy relationship, but this man had seen me before, so he already knew, like, okay, yeah, she straight. I'm gonna let her in. Boom, we inside now, right? Man lived on the second floor. We go to like the second floor, right? We go to the door, knocking like the police. No answer. No answer. So we like, yo, we was on some like, this is some crazy shit, y'all. This is probably like the craziest shit I ever did. Like, what's coming up? Yeah. So we listening, we putting our ears to the door, trying to see if we hear if Shorty is in the crib. We don't hear nothing. We trying to look through the cracks of the door, see if the lights is on. Nothing, right? So I'm like, damn, like, what if she left? And Cece like, nah, what if she's in there taking a nap? Like, I'm like, ooh, maybe. So, bitch, I'm not proud of this, but y'all want the theatrics, right? Y'all want the theatrics? Okay. So now at this point now we trying to break into this man's crib. Like, I'm gonna be straight up, we're trying to break into this we're trying to break into this man's crib because it's like, at least if she's not here and we can't get her, he's gonna come back to a fucked up house. Like, yeah, we was these types of girls. Like, your shit up. Like, now your shit is getting fucked up. So, y'all, while we had a little bobby pin, we looking up YouTube videos on how to pick locks. How to pick the lock. We putting the goddamn shit in the, ain't shit working. That was a good lock. So whoever put that lock on his, yeah. Now it's starting to look sus because I think somebody had came back into the apartment and they had seen us standing there. And I think I don't know if it was the same guy or a different guy, but I know it was a guy that I had seen before, and he had seen me and he was like, Cause it's like we was just standing outside jittering with the door for too long. So I had told Cece, I'm like, well, there's a fire escape, so let's climb up through the fire escape and go through the window. She was like, oh, bet. Like, yeah, let's do it. I'm like, all right, bet. So we had to go outside, walk around to the back. Now, y'all, it's dark outside. It's nighttime. Not only that, bitch, it start drizzling now. So it's like, now we're on some super spy kids. I don't know. Like, we're on some ish, y'all. We're on some ish. We're trying to, now it's drizzling now, right? So that's making things a little bit difficult because things is getting slippery, right? So boom, the fire escape, if y'all don't know what a fire escape is, look it up, but we got a whole bunch of those in NY. So the fire escape ladder, you know, it's up there type shit, and we gotta pull it down, right? So that we can climb up. I know y'all probably sitting there like, oh my God. If y'all see a little bit of hair on my underarms, like, it's not that much. Don't watch that. Don't watch that. Just disregard. We're trying to climb. Well, we didn't even get to climb because the issue is that the ladder wasn't coming down. So we're trying to pull. We're literally sitting there pulling on the ladder. It's not moving. It's like a little thing. I don't know if it was a dumpster or whatever it wasn't a dumpster. It was something that we could stand on to like try to get more grip on the ladder, but like I don't know if it was rusted or what. It wasn't moving. So it's like we had no, and I think it's a good thing like we wasn't able to break into this man's apartment, because girl, it would have turned into a bigger problem. I'm not even gonna lie to you. We couldn't break into the apartment, right, to fuck up his shit, because I'm telling you, if we would have, I was that angry, everything in that crib would have got effed up. Period. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Her shit would have got fucked up. Everything. But like I'm saying, it would have turned into a bigger problem, because I don't know if he would have known it was me, or I don't know, but the cops probably would have been called. They probably would have did a whole investigation. They would have found my fingerprints and everything. It would have been bad. It would have been bad, right? It gets worse though, right? We were unsuccessful at that. So Cece was like,
all right, Alicia, like, it's time for us to go. We've been here for about 40 minutes. Ain't really accomplished anything.
She had other plans for the night already. So it was just like, at that point, I had to just take the L for the night. And it's like, I went to bed like just feeling crazy, like, to say, not to say his name, but just to say the least, I was feeling crazy. So I was off from work the next day. So thankfully I ain't had to go into work with still this mind frame. So I had woke up the next day and I'm like, nah, like, she's definitely there. She's definitely there this morning. Like, she has to be there. Like, there's no way this girl is not in the crib in the morning now. So it's the next morning and it's probably like 10 a.m 11 a.m I had called my cousin. I'm like, yo, like, you trying to go back? Like, she has to be there now. Cece was like, bro, I'm not going back. Like, which I'm not mad at her, because it was like kind of like a blank mission that we had did the night before. So I could understand she probably didn't want to use that, because it's not like I gave her gas money, which I should have, but gas, toll, because again, I'm in Queens, living in Westchester, so that's a toll. That's probably like 2 tolls. She wasn't trying to do all of that, so I'm like, no problem, I understand. So what I did, don't judge me now, okay? Don't judge me, okay? What I did, I don't know if y'all know what Zipcar is, okay? But I had a Zipcar account. I still have one, actually. I had a Zipcar because my college that was in New Rochelle, right, they had Zipcars on the campus, which will have like 2 other story times that have to deal with Zipcar BS down the line, right? Okay, so I had a Zipcar account, so I would use the zip cars here and there when I was on campus, like if I need to do something real quick. And basically, if you don't know what Zipcar is, it's basically a car rental service, but instead of it being like a situation where you're renting a car for like days on end, it's a car rental thingy that allows you to rent cars by the hour. Okay, so I have rented me a Zipcar for like, I want to say like 3 hours, 3 or 4 hours. Like back in this day, it was cheap. Like I was looking at the price the other day, like girl, like the price done went up. Like damn, renting me a zip car. And I was like, all right, well, if Cece is not gonna come, I'm just gonna go and beat this girl's ass by myself. Like I want to fight her. Like I want to fight her. I needed to let out the rage. Like I needed to let out the rage. So I'm renting me my zip car. I drove back up to Westchester and I pulled up to the crib, right? Pulled up to the crib. I parked up. I got outside. I'm walking towards the front, right? And it's like, as soon as I get to like the front, I'm not even gonna lie, y'all, I got cold feet. And not because I was scared, but because like, I didn't know like how this fight was about to go. Because mind you, at this point, I still haven't gotten into a real physical altercation, right? And it's like, I'm trying to go head up with someone that I know that Fesbo has gotten into fights, because Crazy literally told me back, I don't know if this was like, I mentioned this in part 2, that he had told me that she had fought one of her friends when, weird, right? When she was, when he had went to Georgia, right? She had fought one of her friends in front of him, right? So it's like, I already know like this girl has been in a fight before. I don't know how many fights she's been in. I don't know how skilled she is. I haven't been in no fights. So I'm like, I don't have no backup to at least like somebody to break the shit up. So I was being scary as f, yeah. It's like I went up there just to be scary as f. Like, I'm like, I didn't really think this through. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's not to say that today, I don't even need that. Today, I will gladly pull up on whoever, whenever, by myself, and I will pop on you. I'm very confident in my fighting skills today. Very confident. We'll get into that at another time, okay? I was just reevaluating the whole situation, like, okay, what can I do? Like, what can I do to get my lick back? Because even though Fesbo deserves to get a fade ran on her, which she could still get a fade ran on her today. Like, I'm over everything, but just for fuck's sakes, just for sakes of like me having like a extra story time, I could still run a fade on her today. Like if I see her, but probably won't. As long as she act like she don't know me, if everybody act like they don't know me, cool. But anybody look in my direction, try to say anything, I'm popping on you immediately. But anyways, I'm sitting there thinking like, okay, what can I do? Like, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? Bing! The light bulb turned on. I was like, oh, I'm about to be like one of these crazy bitches, which I was, okay, or which I am. I don't know. I was like, oh yeah, I'm about to be like one of these crazy bitches and f up his car. Up his car, bitch. Yeah, I bust the windows out his car. Okay, I was just singing a song just now. Okay, I was just singing a song. That's not what, I didn't bust the windows out his car specifically. Okay, but you know, for legal purposes, y'all, this part of the story is fake. For legal purposes, this part of the story is fake. Okay? Okay? So yeah, I proceeded. I already know somebody gonna judge me, but I don't care, because Summer Walker, I know y'all seen the Carisha Please episode with Summer Walker. Summer just admitted that she did this mess, so I guess it's not a big deal for me, right? Because this is what happens when these men play emotional mind games on you. You get drugged to breaking points, literally breaking shit up. I was like, I'm gonna this car up. I'm gonna be like one of those crazy girls. Like, so I'm thinking like, okay, I don't have any tools, girl. Why did I drove, like, it was like this little convenience store probably like 5 minutes away from the crib. I drove there, bitch. I bought let's pretend like this is a box cutter and that this was my weapon of choice, the box cutter, right? Yeah, like drove, got the box, but before I even got the box cutter, I was like, let me make sure the car is even in the vicinity before I even go and get anything. So I'm driving, looking, girl, the car was only a few houses down from his crib. I'm like, oh, bet, we locked in, copy. Cause again, y'all, I was feel like do y'all understand like how mad I was? Like, does anybody understand? Like, comment right now if you have ever been this mad. Don't look at my nails, okay? Baddie loading. In 2 weeks, I will have my hair and nails done. But right now, don't look, okay? Found the car, went to the store, got the okay? Came back, parked up the car, pulled up on the car. First of all, and I wish I was still cool with this girl because I would FaceTime her right now so that y'all know, like, y'all have valid proof that I did this. But you know, I can't call her because we not cool no more and she's a weirdo. So I'm story time down the line. Like, that's why I'm a story time channel, y'all. Got stories for days. But I had called this girl that I was friends with at the time, and I was like, bitch, I'm about to this up, right? I should have called Cece, but I know why I didn't call Cece. I didn't call Cece because I didn't want her to see that I was up there, because it's like when she had basically told me like, yeah, she wasn't about to drive back up there, like the vibes that she was giving me was like, Alicia, leave it alone. Like, we tried, we came, we saw, we didn't conquer, but we tried to conquer. And no, like something, like for me to like move on with my life, something had to happen, like something detrimental to regarding him or that bitch Fezbo had to happen. I'm on FaceTime with the friend at the time, right? I don't have a code name for her right now, okay? We're gonna come up with something strategic down the line. So I'm on the phone, right? I'm like, bitch, I'm about to fuck this. She's like,
What, Alicia? What you mean?
first tire. Mind you, the man was driving dirty, y'all. He ain't had no insurance on the car, so you know I slashed all four.
Oh, now that's how you clear a bitch.
Yo, y'all ever heard a tire freshly slashed? I wasn't expect you go into it, you pierce it. Some of y'all probably sitting there like, oh my God, Alicia. Yeah, this happened. Like when you, as soon as you make the contact with the tire, it pierces it, but then it's like all that air is in a tire, so it makes this loud boom, and then all the air comes out, bitch. So I did 1, 2, 3. I said, damn, bitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Stunner girl voice. And that wasn't enough for me. That wasn't enough. Let me show y'all again, another example. Another example. Let's say this is the car, y'all. I went around that whole bitch. Went around that whole bitch with the box cutter. Okay. Y'all know the scene from Mean Girls where Regina George got betrayed by, what was her name? Katie or Kate? Lindsay Lohan character, right? So, all right, y'all know they had the burn book, right? They had the burn book where Regina, if you don't know what Mean Girls is, you're too young to be watching this channel. Okay, but if not, just watch the movie. You want to see what I'm talking about, right? Y'all remember the scene? Okay, let's pretend this is the burn book, right? Okay, free promo for Juvia's Place, okay? So, let's pretend this is the burn book, right? Y'all know when Regina was like, this ugly whore.
This girl is the nastiest skank.
when she was like that? That's what I was doing on this hood, bitch. I was like, SMDBITCH. I'm hot. Like, I'm hot. Like, all of that. Yeah. I did. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Because it's like, y'all probably sitting there like, get your lick back. You got your lick. I don't know. I don't know what y'all sitting there saying. Y'all sitting there. I don't know how y'all feel right now. But when I did that, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I had a rush. Like, it was a thrill. It was a rush. Like, I felt liberated. Like, I wrote suck my dick, bitch. Yeah. On the hood. Pop the tires. That mess was crazy. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, that was probably one of the craziest things I've ever did in my life. But it's like, I was literally driven to insanity. Okay. Anyways, oh, where's my iPad? Okay, wait, because you know we gotta keep this here so I'm telling the story in order. But did all of that, and I left the premises, and I felt really good because I knew he was gonna come home. And he was gonna think he was gonna drive to go, cause that's what the do. Hop in his car. He's a driver type of guy. Okay, he thought he was gonna come home and go somewhere. Bitch, you're not going anywhere. You're staying home. So, anyways, y'all are probably sitting there rooting for me, but let's make the long story short. That whole shit backfired in my face because my dumbass, okay, when Crazy had winded up coming back to New York, which I knew which date he was coming back. I told y'all he was going out of town from the 1st to the 5th, I believe, or something. Yeah, I think something like that. My dumbass had winded up calling him off a text-free number because, I don't know, I wanted closure. I don't know, but I should have just let that shit rock because it's like, knowing him, he would have called me. Like, he would have called me because it's like, obviously he knew that was me. It was only like the night he had got back the night before at this point now. And okay, if the camera seemed like it randomly just cut off, it's because it did, because my camera battery definitely just died. I just, you know, put in another one. You know, we got backup batteries ready to go. But what was I even saying, girl? I don't even remember what I was just saying. But moral of the story is the plan backfired in my face, okay? I called him on the text free. I'm doing all of this sobbing like crazy. Like, why would you do this? Why would you do this? This trifling ass man, like, he says to me, what did he say? He said something like, oh, Alicia, why did you F up my car, right? And I say, because whatever I had said, right? This man, after I said what I said, right, he hangs up the phone, right? Because first of all, okay, I'm skipping over a whole bunch of stuff because I want to give y'all like every single detail, but it's so, like, part 5 is good. I don't want it to be like 2 hours, but even if it is, y'all are still going to watch it anyways, but whatever. Okay, so we were arguing. Just know we were arguing. He was cursing me out like, leave me alone, whatever, right? And when he had hung up the phone, right? Mind you, he hung up the phone about 5 times on me, and I kept calling him back with my delusional tail self, right? When he had hung up that last time, and I had called him back, and I start talking, and I'm like, Crazy, why you keep hanging up the phone me? He was like,
shh, wait, shh, be quiet. Listen.
Boop. This man recorded me admitting to effing up his car.
I know you fucking lying, bitch.
So he turns around and says,
Yeah, got him. Yeah, you remember what she was saying in all those messages? Wishing I go to jail and da-da-da-da-da. Let's see how you do. Let's see how you do.
This whole shit is crazy, y'all. Like, yo, for real. So basically, the man recorded me basically admitting to doing a crime because I committed a crime. That was a crime, okay? And he was basically like, yeah, you know, if you don't give me the money to pay for this, it's up for you. Like, I'm going to the police, because it's not like he could call his insurance company because the car was not insured, right? And I'm in a panic now. I'm like, wow, this man really got me. But all these years later, I really just know I winded up paying for the car. I winded up paying for the car to get fixed. So it's like, I did all of that for what? Because it's like the whole shit came back. The karma, I got instant karma. Instant karma. Don't go around effing up people's property, y'all, right? Because it's like, the way he was talking, he was really instilling fear in me. Like, he was like, oh, like,
yeah, you wishing jail on me. Let's see how you do in jail. I promise you, you not built for that shit. You not built.
And he right, I'm not.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
I have never been arrested, knock on wood. I will never get arrested. I will never, not happening. I'm not built for that life. So sorry. Y'all want to act tough? Go ahead. I'm not tough. I'm not tough. I'm not jail tough. I will be straight up with y'all, okay? Basically, like, and all of this is, I mean, it sounds embarrassing, but I'm not even embarrassed because I know this just made the story time even more juicier, okay? And there's more juice to come. I winded up paying for the car to get fixed. I'm not gonna get into the details of all of that because it's gonna make the story even longer. I had went and personally dropped off the money to his bitch ass. The paint job was like $1,400 or was it $1,200? Yeah, and he wasn't showing me no mercy. Like, and honestly, I was scared, but like, I have family members that know this story, and they was like my god brother in specific, who's like, yeah, he was like, well, I didn't even tell him because, girl, I'm jumping all over the place. I ain't gonna get into the details on how he know, right? But he had called me up one day because basically I had told my mom and my mom told his mom and his mom told him. So, hey y'all, thanks for spreading my business around the fam. Thank you, mom. He had called me up.
Like, Alicia, you paid for the car? You ain't even do that. You ain't even have to pay for the car, Alicia. You ain't even have to do it. And he wasn't about to go to the cops. He was about to go to the cops for shit.
Girl, they let me have it. They let my ass have it. I'm not even gonna cap to y'all. But the paint job was like either $1,200 or $1,400. His tires, because you know I slashed all four, so he had to get 4 new tires. But he didn't get brand new tires. He got used tires. That total came to about $200 something. So yeah, I think out the door I paid about $1,500 back to fix this man's car. That literally left me with $500 in my bank account. I was like I said, I wasn't dead broke, but I didn't really have money like that. Like, do the math. I had like $2K in my bank account at the time and was left with $500. But I was like, you know what, Alicia? You're gonna pay him this money and it's done. This relationship is done. You are moving on with your life. You cannot get into situations and you can't keep getting into stuff like this because of this trifling ass man. So you're gonna pay him his money and this relationship is done. This relationship is done. You're moving on. You're about to be a server at Applebee's. Like I told you, I was a host, but they was moving me up to server. The servers were telling me that tip money be hitting, which it do, okay? I made all that money back in a matter of like 2 months. So who really took an L? We all did, whatever. When I had went to go drop off the money to him or whatever, he was just being normal crazy, you know. He was like, all right, he counting the money, making sure it's all there, and then he's like,
all right, I'ma delete the voice. He was like, look, I deleted it.
Deleted it. And after we make the exchange, I'm like, all right, I'm about to go because it's like once he got the money it was like his attitude shifted as if he wanted to sit down and have a conversation with me now. And it's like, my nigga, I don't have nothing to say to you. Like, you're disgusting. You disgust me. I hate you. Like, I literally hate you. I hate you for everything that you've done to me, everything that you have put me through. So I go, and mind you, I have rented another Zip card to go and drop off this money. So it's like, I lost mad money off this. Like, I really took an L. Like, I'm the one that really took the L, right? So now I'm going back to the Zip card, and he's fake, like, he's like, where you about to go? Like, did somebody drive you here? Da-da-da, how you getting home? I'm like, I got a Zip card. You don't have to worry about it. I'm out. He was fake trying to walk me to the Zip card. I was like, I don't need you to do that. I'm good. This relationship is done. I don't need anything else from you. You got your money. Leave me alone. And now I'm driving back. If I could find the messages, I'm gonna post it on the screen of when I was driving back home. He's texting up my phone now, just saying some, like, I don't remember the exact words. It was some type of manipulatory, and if that's not a word, oh well. It was some type of manipulatory, like, something like he was trying to say to me, like, like whatever words he was saying, it was stuff that it was like this. It was the same toxic BS. Like I told y'all, we make up, we break up, we make up, we break up. So it was something along the lines of trying to get me to fake, like, stay, like, and I'm like, no, like, I'm good, bro. After this, I'm good. I'm out. I'm done. And I was done. The relationship ended, y'all. The relationship ended. That was the end of the relationship. Or so I thought. It wasn't really the end, y'all. It was the end for like a few months, right?
You are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
So now, y'all, now I'm single, right? So now I'm single. I'm happy. You know, I was a little depressed for a while, but, you know, I soon got out of that because I was happy now. Like, I don't have to worry about my man talking to Fezbo behind my back. Like, I don't have to do any of that. Like, I'm meeting new guys, you know, I'm going on dates. Like, I'm just living my best young life, okay? In this time frame that in the because it was about 4 months that we didn't speak, right? And we're gonna get into how things, the can of worms, because that's exactly what it was, how the can of worms reopened up, right? In this 4-month time frame, was I still stalking both Fezbo and crazy social media? Here and there, yes, I was. I have a low burner account, as I'm sure y'all do as well. I have a low burner Instagram account, okay, to lurk, okay. I was on there. I would look from time to time. I would look at her Facebook from time to time. Like, I was really getting them out of my head, but it would be, you know, maybe like once every other week or so, it would pop into my head to, like, just, you know, watch whatever, right? So let's get into how we winded up getting back together, right? Because mind you, I'm dealing with other dudes, and dealing with doesn't necessarily mean, you know what I'm saying, for anybody, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I was definitely, you know, one of them, definitely, for sure. How did me and Crazy get back in communication? Like, how did the relationship get reignited? It was one day. Remember the friend I had told y'all about in part 4 that told me to punch Crazy in his shit, right? She had Crazy on Instagram, because mind you, Crazy was blocked on everything. I had him blocked because I was done, right? This friend calls me up. This is like April now, okay? This is April. Or was it the end of March? It was like the end of March. It was like either the end of March or the very beginning of April. This friend calls me up, right? And she's like, bitch. I'm like, what's up? Like, why you sound like that? Like, what's going on? She's like,
bitch, why did I just look at Crazy's Instagram and he got a whole new girlfriend already?
I'm like, huh? What you mean he got a whole new girlfriend? She was like,
yeah, girl, like, he just posted the girl, like, on his page, like, he got like several photos. Like, it's not even a story. Like, it's a post on his page, and it's a whole paragraph of him confessing his love to her and da 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 da.
I know you. Let me pull this shit up. So sure enough, I went on the mother and his Instagram child. Sure enough, it was some shorty posted on his page, whole paragraph confessing his love. And I don't know why this struck a nerve in me, because obviously I wasn't over him, but it probably struck a nerve. I feel like it struck a nerve for me because he never posted me, right? But again, we already know, as I mentioned earlier, he was DK embarrassed. And I don't think I gave the reasoning as for why he said he was embarrassed. He was embarrassed because he claims I was, or did I say it? Because I was really young and he knew he would be getting all types of crazy questions. Like, it's so real. Like, I don't know how old y'all think I look. I get mixed reviews now. Some people tell me I look maybe like a few years older than my age. Some people tell me I look my age now. Girl, I was just at like a little old folk function on Saturday. Today's Monday, May 29th. I was on an old folk function on Saturday. They thought my ass was 13, bitch, because it was like people that was like 50 plus, like 50s, 60s, maybe even 70s in the spot. And they was looking at me like, girl, you don't belong here. How old are you? They thought I was goddamn 16. So I know the fact that I look young now and I kind of have a baby face still now. I know at 19 years old, or no, at this point I was 20 when, at this point in the story, I was 20 years old at this point. But I know in my early 20s and my late teens, I know I was super looking younger than my age, right? So I feel like that was a reason why, yeah, he was embarrassed or whatever I was trying to elaborate on, whatever, right? So let's just move on because I'm rambling at this point. My dumb ass, I go ahead and open up the can of worms, right? I unblock Crazy. Okay, I unblock Crazy. I call him and cuss him clean out. I call him. I'm like, you really got another girl on your page? And whatever I was saying, he acting like he don't know who it is. He was like,
Wait. Who is this? Alicia? This is you? Oh my God, babe. Like, babe, I miss you, babe. Like, I miss you.
And the can of worms got, and I know y'all like, I know you fucking lying, bitch. I'm not. I'm telling the truth.
I don't even know what to say.
The can of worms got opened back up, right? Now, mind you, right? Oh, wait, no. Let me not even get into the mind you. We'll get into the mind you in a second, right? So we hash things out. We have this whole conversation. I do remember the explanation he gave me for that. He was like, okay, that was a girl that he was dealing with, but he claims, but you know, he's a liar, so this could have been a whole lie. He claims that the girl got his phone somehow, or he was logged into her Instagram on her phone, and she's psycho. And she decided to post this on his Instagram. People was calling up his phone like, bro, you're in a relationship with her. And it's just some little that he was fucking on, right? It wasn't even nothing serious or whatever the case may be. He deleted the post immediately. He deleted that shit. Like literally as we're on the phone, he deleted the post. He's like, Alicia, like, can I see you? He's still calling me babe. Mind you, I haven't spoken to him in 4 months. He's calling me babe, right? Here goes the mind tricks, right? He's like, I want to see you. Like, can I see you right now? Da 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 da. And I'm like, mind you, I wasn't even doing shit. I wasn't even doing shit that day. I'm like, yeah, like, I want to see you too. Like, cause I fake did miss him. Like, and even though I was done, I wasn't really fully over him. Hence why I felt the need to even call him and open up a can of worms. Like, if I was really over the situation, it's like, okay, he's posting a new girl, good for him, like sayonara, like whatever. I was with it to go over to his house. Mind you, y'all are gonna fall, like, I know y'all been falling and rolling all over the place, okay? I told y'all part 5 was the craziest part. You're getting I don't even know the word right now, but you're getting like, it's back-to-back bullshit in part 5, right? Mind you, bitch, I told y'all I was still checking Fezbo social media and crazy social media from time to time, right? Why the f, right? Fezbo made some type of Facebook post maybe about a month or 2 prior. Wasn't even post a status because you know the tells at her every last move on Facebook. She made a status saying that she was moving to New York. And guess where she was living? Guess where she was living? Guess. I want you to guess. I want you to pause the video and guess. Timestamp it. I guessed at blah, 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 seconds that she was living in none other than Crazy's apartment. So our whole relationship was in turmoil because of your relationship with this broad. Our relationship ended because of your relationship with this broad. And now we are no longer together. And you decide to move the bitch into your house. Now, mind you, I didn't have like, I don't remember how I had the confirmation that Fezbo was living in Crazy's house at this point. I'm pretty sure because again, the bitch posts everything. Like, girl, like Fezbo, if you watching this, you gotta stop doing stuff like that because you almost got yourself beat the, like, not even beat up, you almost got yourself jumped because you post your every move. Like, you're like, I don't know who raised this, where this is from. Like, I don't know, like, you post too much of your moves, whatever. So I'm pretty sure like once she finally moved up here, because I was waiting to see like, okay, she said she's moving to New York, I wonder where she's gonna live. And you know, sure enough, the bitch was living with Crazy, which I probably figured out through her Instagram stories, because like I said, I knew every inch of this apartment. The apartment wasn't that big, okay? Mind you, it was a 1-bedroom. So whatever, let's get back to what we was talking about. Crazy Ubers me to his house. I go to his house. Mind you, Fezbo's living in the house now, but when I get to the house now, it's late. It's probably like, I don't know, 9-10 o'clock or whatever. And you know, we're talking. I think I had an L, smoking it up. We're just, you know, getting back into each other's space or whatever the case may be. And that happened. It was good too. I told y'all he had Fire D. I told y'all he had Fire D. Just toxic like this shit. I told y'all we was Blueface and Krishan before Blueface and Krishan was a thing. So now y'all, now we are, but mind you, when I went to the crib too, we're in his room, right? And I told you it was a 1-bedroom. But I see in the living room, it's kind of like some type of setup in the living room to show, or not to show, but to where I'm seeing that they're separate, you know, sleeping arrangements, okay? Because I'm thinking like, where does this bitch sleep if she's living in your 1-bedroom small ass apartment, right? I know y'all are like, I know you, it's a zoovie, it's not a movie, it's a zoovie. It's a zoovie. So now me and Crazy are back in communication, right? We're back dealing with each other. We didn't officially become boyfriend and girlfriend like immediately, but we became boyfriend and girlfriend again. Mind you, I know that Fezbo is living in the house now. Girl, I can't give y'all an explanation as for why I agreed to
Y'all, I don't even know what to say.
I can't, like, I don't have an explanation for y'all. I was delusional. That's the only thing that I could really even tell y'all. Like, if we're being honest. Now me and Crazy are back in communication. I'm addressing like, okay, so what's about to happen with this shorty that you posted on your page, or she posted herself or whatever. He had called her because I think I had slept over that night, or I came over a different night, girl. I don't know. This is years ago. It's kind of a blur. I'm remembering things as I'm telling the story as well on top of my notes. He tells the girl like, listen, I think it was the next morning. I think I had winded up sleeping over, and he tells the girl like, yeah, I'm not dealing with you no more. Da da da. He basically cut shorty off. Okay, he cut shorty off, and now me and him are a thing again. Okay, I winded up cutting off the little flings that I was dealing with, and now me and Crazy are back together with Fezbo living in the house.
Are you delusional? Do you suffer from a mental illness?
All right. Now, mind you, I'm not fully aware if Fezbo knows what I did. I feel like she might have known, but I don't know if she knew the details or the reasoning behind why I did what I did and what happened and then whatever. But whatever, y'all. This is like some love triangle sister wife bullshit at this point. Of course, you know, I run into her because it's not like we're in some like 6-bedroom mansion. Okay, 6 bedrooms is not a mansion. Let's say like 12-bedroom mansion where, you know, we have the east wing, the west wing. It's not none of that. So it's like, yeah, me and Fezbo, we're quadro. You know, I'm keeping it cute off the strength that, you know, she moved in when I was technically no longer in the picture. But the quadroness, it's like I tried, but it's like I'm not fake. So I really couldn't keep up with like the being cool with her thing, because it's just like the situation just rubbed me the wrong way. Like I'm like, never did everything that happened for you to turn around and literally have this bitch in house. Like, here's where, so me and Fezbo are cool up until this point that I'm about to get into right now. And we're not really cool. We're quadro for the sake of Crazy's crazy psychotic bitch ass. Okay, I know y'all are gags. Like, I know y'all are gagged. I know y'all are like, how can this get any worse? It gets worse. Okay, I guess Crazy thinks because and I'm not surprised, right? Now at the time I was like, he's literally on crack cocaine. If y'all be seeing me playing with my hair, it's a thing that I do and I don't know how to stop it. So whatever, I be playing with the hair, right? So I guess Fezbo, Crazy was now comfortable with like, okay, like I got both my girls here. Like, and mind you, Fezbo, Crazy was like, yeah, Fezbo, she has a whole girlfriend like Alicia, like you don't have to worry about anything. Because of course I was questioning him about the sleeping arrangements and everything like that. Basically, he had a bed in the living room, but it wasn't even really a real, like, it was a real bed. It was a mattress, but it wasn't a bed, like a bed frame and everything like that. It was a mattress that was in the living room, and the whole arrangement was just very weird and very odd to me and just very suspicious because, you know, what it would be like some days when I would come over, like we would sleep in the living room and Fezbo would be in the bedroom, and some days it would be the other way around. So I was just like, what is the sleeping arrangement when I'm not here? Like, because it's like, it doesn't seem like Fezbo's set bed is the one in the living room. It seems like, I don't know, y'all are probably just sitting there flabbergasted that I'm even saying this right now. I know. This is where mucks piss me off, right? What month is it at this point? It's probably like sometime in April, May, somewhere around there, right? I'm on the phone with Crazy one day, and you know, we're just chopping it up. He was like, yeah, da 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 da. So basically one of Fezbo's gay friends, It's like he always wants to put an emphasis on gay, like that changes anything. Like, just because you're gay, that doesn't mean like, oh, it's lighthearted. Like, no, like you're still a human being. Like, you're still a regular person if you're gay. Like, what the f? So he was like, yeah.
One of Fezbo's gay friends is getting married, and you know, she needs a +1 in her hometown, and she needs a +1 for the wedding. So I'm gonna go out of town with her to be her +1 for the wedding. And you know, we're gonna stay in a hotel, whatever. And yeah, this is what we're gonna do.
What do I expect at this point? You're already okay with the man living in the crib with her. What's wrong with them going out of town? I wasn't having that. I'm like, crazy. Now you're dragging it. As per usual, cussed him clean out. Are you dumb? You're not going nowhere out of town with this hoe. You already lived in the crib with her, and now you telling me you want to go out of town? Thugging with your rounds? My pink, my booty hole brown? No, we're not doing that. And it's like, y'all probably sitting there like, bitch, were you letting the live with the bitch? Like, shut up. Shut the, whoever's just said that, shut up. That turned into a whole argument. He was like, all right. I'm not going out of town with her. Fine, Alicia, fine. I'm like, yeah, nigga, because you're crazy. You're literally like you just be testing shit. You just be testing shit. You just be seeing like how far can you go with the next move. Like, that's the type of shit that this man was on. Like, ooh, what can I do next? What will Alicia bypass next? Da 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 da. He told me, okay, I'm not going out of town with her no more. Whoop doo doo blah blah blah. Right? It was like the next time I went over his house, right? I was in his crib, right? Fezbo wasn't there. He had went out to go do something, and I think he had went to go pick Fezbo up. They went grocery shopping or whatever the case may be. I was in the crib smoking an L by the same fire escape that I was trying to break into months before. So I'm smoking my L. I'm like chilling. They come in the crib. Fezbo don't even go and pee, wash her hands, nothing, like settle in, nothing. She comes in the crib and finds herself trying to press me. Right? So she comes up to me and she's like, hey. I don't remember her exact words verbatim, but it was something along these lines. Hey, y'all, my energy is starting to get low. I'm starting to get a little tired. I'm not even gonna lie to you. And there's so much more to unpack with part 5. So if my energy shifts, is because I'm tired. It's only 10:58, but I have a 9 to 5. So I woke up at like 5 a.m. this morning. Usually I would be in my bed right now. Usually I record on the weekends, but I didn't wind up recording yesterday for whatever reason, whatever, okay? Fezbo finds herself trying to come up to me and press me, right? So she's like,
hey, so we good? Like,
I'm like, is this bitch talking to me? She's not talking to me. Like, she's not talking to me, asking me if we good. I could give a f about if you exist or not. Like, if we're gonna be real. And I'm like, why are you asking me that question? And I figured it was because I told Crazy he's not going out of town with the bitch nowhere, right? Which I was right about. She's like,
well, you know, I thought that we were starting with a clean slate. I thought everything is good, and it's like, I'm hearing that you're having an issue with Crazy trying to go out of town and accompany me.
I was like, I cut this bitch off. I was like, first of all, get the f out of my face. I was like, I know you're not coming up to me trying to press me about about a conversation that I had with my please get the fuck out of my face. So I start getting loud because it's like, girl, like, be for real.
BFFR. What did that spell? Be fucking for real.
Like, be for real right now. Like, I know you fucking lying. Like, this is not real life right now. Mind you, I told y'all, like, this is not a 12-bedroom mansion. Like, this is a very small apartment. Crazy is in the kitchen, hearing all of this happen, and letting it happen. As soon as and I'm saying letting it happen as far as allowing her to come up to me and question me about a conversation that me and him had, because I'm just sitting there like, how the fuck did she, oh shit, I almost dropped the iPad. I'm like, how does this even know about a conversation that me and my had? And why does she feel comfortable enough to come up to me in my crib and press me about a conversation that I have? Like, are we in a throuple? Obviously. Crazy allows her to come up to me and press me, right? But as soon as and mind you, I'm getting loud to the point where I'm like, yeah, I'm about to get my lip back and pop on this bitch. I was getting ready to go ahead and stand up and fight her, because it's like, you been was supposed to have a fade ran on you. Bing. So as soon as I start getting loud, Crazy wants to come from the kitchen into the living room, and he's like,
stop, like, chill out, like, let's not do this, y'all, like, let's not do this drama.
And it's like, nigga, what?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
You are drama. And it's crazy, as soon as I start getting buck, it's let's not do this, But mind you, it should have been that as soon as the came up to me and thought she was gonna try to question me about shit. But again, he had this girl feeling so comfortable to do whatever. So like, at this point, I'm just like, I'm really sitting back, like, after this situation, because then now me and Crazy are talking, and he's like, what, Alicia, what? I'm like, Crazy, you want to sit here and act like you don't know what's going on? Like, why would you go to her and tell her the conversation that me and you had? And then, feel me, he sends her into because, you know, it's a 1-bedroom. He sent her into the bedroom to go on her side, the west wing, I guess. And I'm like, Crazy, like, why would you, like, have a conversation with her about the conversation I had with you? Like, he's like, well, Alicia, you know, I had to tell her, you know, why I couldn't go on the trip and And it's like, Crazy, it's like, the fact that you would even agree to some shit like that is just mind-boggling. But it's like, with the mindset I have today, it's not mind-boggling, because it's like, I already know, again, like, he had did X, Y, Z, A, B, C, because I allowed him to, and because honestly at this point I was enabling him to just do whatever, because it's like, this man could get away with murder dealing with me. At this point now, I'm just sitting back and I'm just like analyzing the situation. I told y'all in part 4 I was starting to wake up. Obviously that retracted back a little bit because I have went back to Crazy after the whole, like, me and Crazy are both crazy. Like, we're both crazy. Well, I'm not anymore. Let's say for the timestamp, let's say for these times, for this story and the era of life that this was happening, me and him were both crazy. Me and him were both toxic as hell, and me and him were both delusional as hell. Like, let's just put that out there, because the fact that he even still wanted to be with me after I vandalized his car is just like, wow. Okay, it's just wow. Obviously this your poom poom feel nice, you get poom poom feel nice, your poom poom feel. Okay, let me stop. Yeah, we were both equally delusional, honestly. Like, let's keep it a bean. Now it's like, I don't know, like, if a light bulb turned on in my head, and something was telling me like, Alicia, as long as you stay with this man, you will forever be going through shit like this. Like, that started to like, it was like a little distant, but it was slowly like getting closer to my my brain cells that like, and it should have been, y'all are probably like, I don't know what y'all are feeling right now, but yeah, whatever. So now me and Fesbo don't fuck with each other. I don't fuck with her, she don't fuck with me. I pull up to the crib, I walk right past that girl and act like she don't exist, because she don't to me. The fact that I'm even dealing with this, and the fact that I went through everything I went through just to end up here, is just ridiculous. I'm starting to realize I was way more happier being single than I was being in this situation with him, and it just got 10 times more effed up, because it's like, now it's no longer she's living in another state, she's literally living in your crib. She thinks it's okay to come up to me and press me about shit that has to do with you. The bitch is probably walking around here half naked when I'm not here, because again, this is her house. Well, it's not her house, but she lives here. So it's like, when you live somewhere, you're gonna want to be comfortable, and it's like, she's already comfortable to do everything else under the sun. So y'all already took it there to that level, so I'm sure she doesn't mind walking around in booty shorts or anything. I'm not intimidated by her per se. I'm just intimidated by how much crazy allows to happen from her, you know. But regardless, she's still a female living with my whole man that she used to fuck my girl. Hot mess. Now let's get towards like the real ending of the relationship now, right? This is 2019 now, where I turned 21 in 2019. So I had a birthday trip to Miami, which we'll have that as a story time later down the line. Like, nowhere near, but just know there's a Miami story time. I got one of those, yeah! So don't expect it anytime soon. I don't want to hear nothing from nobody like, where's the Miami? No time soon. I'm prepping to about to go to my Miami birthday trip. And before I had went out to the Miami birthday trip, Crazy was telling me that he was gonna finally give me a key to his crib for me to have. I guess that was something for me to look forward to, but he kept like postponing it for some reason. Every day he was supposed to go get the key made. It was some bullshit. So I was starting to get pissed off with that, because it's just like, how is it that you have this girl living in the crib and I don't have access to just pull up whenever I want? Like, that's wild to me. Whatever. Remember the little shorty I told y'all about, I don't know how many minutes ago? The whole reasoning as for why me and him are in contact again. I don't know what perplexed me to look at her page this specific day. And I don't even remember how I remembered her page and how I even still had the girl's page. But something told me, like, I'm telling you, this was God. God is so real. He's so real, y'all. So, and I don't know if y'all ever heard the saying, like, when God don't want you to be somewhere, or when something is not for you, God will keep showing you reasons why you are not supposed to be there. Mind you, this is weeks before my Miami trip, okay? Weeks. Like, my birthday is June 15th. It had to been like, girl, it probably was even today. It was probably May 29th. I don't really know. Something guided me to this girl's Instagram this day. I go to her story. Why is there, the first thing I see on the story that Shorty had posted was a picture of her in like this little cat suit or whatever. And it looked like it was like a costume, like for Halloween. Then I click on the next story. Why is it clearly Halloween, or I don't know if it was Halloween or Halloween season. She's in the costume, right, in the little cat suit. Guess whose crib she's in? Crazy. Mind you, if y'all are paying attention to the timeline, Halloween 2018, because we're only in 2019, so Halloween hasn't happened yet. Halloween 2018 was only a few months ago, i.e. me and Crazy were rocky, if y'all remember. We were in a rocky patch, right? We weren't officially the whole car slashing, the half singing, slasher. All of that didn't happen yet, okay? But we were rocky, but we were still together, okay? So around Halloween, she's in his house in a cat, it's like a little leotard thing. She got fishnet stockings on, right? Then I click on the next slide. She's in a club, some type of club, because I'm seeing little jack-o'-lanterns in the back and shit. So I'm like, okay, this is definitely October. In the club, the got a leash on. Guess who's holding the leash, It's crazy. So I'm doing the math problem in my head. And I'm like, oh, this has to be around the time that this was accusing me of cheating. But here you are in the club with the same that quote unquote posted herself on your Instagram. I had asked Crazy, like, when he met this girl. I had asked him, obviously, all the months later in like April, March 2019 now, when we have reconnected. I had asked him, when did he meet this girl? He told me that he met her, like, he only knew her for like 1-2 months. Mind you, he wasn't speaking for like 4 months. But now it's like pushing June. She's posting herself from Halloween on her story damn near June. Mind you, you told me you just met this basically. So how is it that y'all were this girl, you know, I lit a fire, called him, cussing him out, and I'm like, and you had the nerve to accuse me of cheating? And this is, listen y'all, if you're getting accused of cheating and you've been nothing but loyal and you've never cheated, you never given your partner a reason for them to think that you would be cheating on them, it's because they're cheating. It's because they're cheating on you. It's because they're doing some BS and they're thinking in their head like, there's no way I'm doing all this dirt on this girl or this guy or whatever you are, and they're not doing the same dirt too. There's no way. No, it's just you, Stink. It's just you. So you know it was a whole blow up from that. I'm like, you're just a liar. Like, you're a hypothetical. What did Carly Red say?
He's a liar. Let me introduce you to a hypothetical liar.
A potapockatul, a cockatoo liar. You just lie about everything. Like, why do you, like, it's like, oh my God. Like, what is wrong with you that you have to lie about everything? Everything. At this point now, somehow he convinces me to stay. I really feel like he wanted me to stay because to still stay with him, because he knew that if I was single going to Miami, I would have been thought bopping, thought rocking, which I really should have been. But no, I went to Miami and was very loyal to him. Very loyal to him. He was calling my phone every day. He wasn't even really letting me have a vacation. It's like, my nigga, when you're on vacation, I can't even get in touch with you. But I'm on vacation and you're blowing up my phone. I had said that to him. I'm on vacation, you're blowing up my phone. Okay, camera battery definitely just died again. But while I changed that, girl, got me a snack. Because, girl, I'm a little hungry. Y'all be eating saltine crackers? No salt? Some of y'all might think I'm weird. But, yeah. Do y'all like mukbangs? Should I do a mukbang? Let me know. Hey, it's about to be on a little mini mukbang because I'm eating some crackers. Miami happens. I come back. And when I had came back, remember I told you I was working at the Applebee's on the Ave. Literally, a week after I came back from Miami, my job, management, whoever, They was basically like, yeah, so we're closing down this Applebee's, so either excuse me, so either you can be jobless or you can transfer to another Applebee's. And all the Applebee's options were in Brooklyn, right? I live in Queens. Brooklyn was not convenient for me, and that commute was not convenient for me. But I had just came back from a whole trip, you know, where I spent a decent amount of money. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna just transfer to the Applebee's in Brooklyn now, right? So now I'm there, and mind you, I got story times from this Applebee's. I got Jamaica Applebee's and this other one. I ain't gonna tell y'all specifically where it was, cause I ain't gonna spill too much. Okay, boom. Now I'm working at this new Applebee's in Brooklyn, right? And I'm working there for about a week. You know, it's a way bigger Applebee's than the one that I was just at on the Ave. There's a bigger staff, you know. It's more like order as far as like how things are ran, like, but not really, because it was still very much ghetto. It was definitely ghetto still. I don't know what was more ghetto, like the one on the Ave, or like where y'all at? Y'all got Applebee's wherever y'all at? Is the Applebee's wherever y'all at ghetto as hell? Because over here in New York, ghetto as hell. So maybe about a week and a half after I started working at this Applebee's, I'm in the kitchen one day, and it was some dude up in there. It was this fine ass
Sexy as fuck.
in the kitchen. Mind you, I've been working here for a week and a half, and I never saw this man, right? He looking good. Like, he's like, if I could build a okay, it would be built like him, right? He wasn't that tall, but he was taller than me. Like, I'm 5'1". He's probably like 5'7", 5'8". No, 5'8" is a stretch. He's like 5'7", okay? Now, for some of y'all, that's probably short, but I'm 5'1". So it's like, as long as you're taller than me, I don't even really care. Well, I do care, because you can't be like 5'2", you can't be 5'3", you can't be 5'4", maybe 5'5". That's like pushing it too, okay? Mocha skin complexion, tatted, pearly whites. They not veneers, but they the straightest, okay? Nice clean up haircut, wave spinning, swimming, okay? I'm like, who the fuck is this? I'm asking my coworkers, like, yo, mind you, I'm still in a relationship with Crazy, but I'm inquiring about this man, right? Oh, beard too, connecting beard. Yeah, I'll fall for a connecting beard. I'll fall for, yeah. Smell good. He walked past you can get a whiff of like cologne. I'm like, who the fuck is this? So I start asking my coworkers, like, yo, like, who's this man? They tell me, I don't know, let's call him Wave. Yeah, let's call him Wave, because the waves won't swim, because they hate on him. Yeah. So I'm like, who's this man? They're like, oh, that's Wave. I'm like, where did he come from? He's new, or he been working here? They was like, nah, he been working here, girl. He been, what, you think he killed? You think? I'm like, yeah, he's fine as hell, actually. Like, actually. They tell me he been on vacation. I'm like, ooh, like, I want to bag him. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you, and I don't suggest y'all deal with anybody that works at your job. I'm just putting that out there from now. Don't date, mess around with anyone that you work with. Learn from me, but y'all not getting that story time right now, okay? So I'm like, yeah, he looked good, but the problem is that I am in a relationship. Like, I got a man. Like, I don't know if I want to do this. Like, at this point, now that I have someone catching my eye, this is when, like, I start formulating, like, an escape plan. I already knew like I didn't want to be with Crazy anymore, but I'm at a point where I'm like, okay, like I need to exit and have it make sense. And obviously the only reason, this is not the only reason why I wanted to leave, because it was somebody else catching my eye, but it was like, okay, a breath of fresh air. It was like, I'm tired of the toxic BS that I'm dealing with Crazy. I'm tired of arguing back and forth with. I'm tired of all the toxic BS. I'm going insane, literally having to live with the fact that my ex lives with his previous lover, fornicator. I don't know her, okay? And I done went through, like, have y'all been following this series? We're at Six Flags and we just rode all the roller coasters, okay? That's what this series is giving. And me and Wave get acquainted. We get acquainted and we start chilling with each other after work. Nothing too crazy. We would just, I found out that, he was a ganja smoker. So, when you a ganja smoker, you find out somebody else do the thing. That's one way for y'all to start chilling and bonding or whatever. So we started doing that. In the midst of this, I really feel like Crazy was starting to sense my attention was going elsewhere. Now, I didn't technically cheat on him, because I broke up with him before I did anything with Wave. I was definitely, yeah, okay. So amidst of all of this, I think Crazy is starting to sense like, something is off with Alicia. Something is off with Alicia. It came to a point where Crazy, he finally gave me the keys to his crib, which I didn't have for long because I left him only a few weeks after he gave me his keys. I was just irked. I remember it was one day I was at what's his name, Crazy's house, and Crazy is basically like, Alicia, basically trying to blame me, saying stuff like his living space is, I don't remember the exact words because I know it's in the text messages, but basically where he lives is not messy, but like it's conflict in his own house and da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, Crazy, like, I don't give a like, everything that has happened has been because of you. You're like, at this point, I'm about to tweak out. Next time I come to your crib, I'm tweaking. Like, I'm tweaking on her. Like, I've held out for too long, and it's like, now it's like both of y'all are trying to sit here and make it seem like I'm the problem when I'm not the problem. Like, am I a part of the problem? Maybe. But am I the sole problem? No, I'm not. Of course, like I said, we're still doing our breakup, makeup. Mind you, at this point now, it's like June, right? It's like the ending of June. It's like July. We're like a few weeks out before I left him for good at this point. Because I'm getting to a point where I'm like, it was mad dudes hollering at me in Miami. So if I really wanted to cheat on him, I could have. I can't tell you how many dudes was hollering at me on Ocean Drive, bitch. Like, a lot, okay? Now I got this other dude at my job that I got my eye on. He's only like 2 years older than me, so it's a bit more age appropriate. I'm over this whole thing with Fezbo. Me and Crazy are arguing every other week, getting back every other, like, breakup, makeup, blah, 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 blah. It's to the point where it's like, I don't even want to talk to him anymore. Like, when he calls me, I was fake ignoring some of his calls. Ducking and dodging some of his calls. Like, because I even want to talk to him. Like, I was just like, ugh. Like, I just wasn't feeling it no more. It was to the point where, I don't remember if this was right before I left him or... This is all within the same time frame. Just know this is all leading up to when I eventually left him. I left him in the beginning of August 2019, okay? So not too long after I turned 21, I left him for the streets, right? It was to a point where I think he had sent like edible arrangements to my job, because it's like, it was like that day we was on the phone and I think he could just tell I didn't want to talk to him. I was just like, ugh, like every little thing he said was just irritating me. So he said edible arrangements to my job to make me feel better. It made me cry, but then I was just like, this still doesn't make up for all the nonsense and all the bullshit. Let's get to the sugar honey iced tea, right? This is like literally exactly 2 weeks before I left him at this point. I told y'all, Crazy kind of like was on a path of turning his life around. So he was getting money the legal way now. So he had a job. His job, he worked in Soho, right? At a luxury apartment building in Soho. He was doing security, right? And he would do security overnight in this luxury apartment building. It was 2 vacant apartments that were vacant, but they were fully furnished. For us to spend time together, because, you know, he's working an overnight job, and then when he comes home, he just want to go home and go to sleep. So for him to balance out, because, you know, he a crook, he a criminal, so he do under the table BS. He would have me come to this apartment building and spend the night there, because again, it's fully furnished. Have me spend the night there. He would sneak me in the building, clock in for his shift in the night, and after a certain point, like, this is a luxury apartment building in Soho. Like, I don't know if y'all understand the complexity of what I'm saying, but just know it was a whole bunch of rich YT MFs living in this, okay? And after a certain point, these types of people do not be coming out their house. Like, let's say after like 10, 11 p.m., they're not coming outside. They're not going outside doing late nights, because this is like a different caliber of people living here, right? He would, when the days when he would have me sleep over there, he would come upstairs. We would chill, spend time together, do whatever. And, you know, he would sleep with me, but then like set an alarm maybe about like an hour or 2 before it was time for him to switch shifts with someone, and go back downstairs as if he was sitting there the whole night and sneak me out the girl, whole types of stuff, right? It was like one of those days where we were doing that, okay? And I'm going, because this is going to add too much to the story time, but let me know, let me know if y'all want me to tell this in the near future, this whole story that I'm gonna not even briefly mention, just gonna say what happened. Basically, we had a day where that was the plan or whatever. We were doing a date before his shift started, and we would go to this Ethiopian restaurant nearby, and then we would go to like a little hookah lounge nearby as well. So that's what we were doing this day, right? And he had basically caught me texting Wave.
Hey y'all, don't be mad at me. Don't try to tussle with me in the comments. But I don't know if y'all could tell from either the thumbnail or the title. This is part 5A, because after this footage this last piece of footage y'all just saw, there's an hour of footage still left. So I'm not trying to have this be a 2-3 hour video. It's already pushing 2 hours. So enjoy this for right now, y'all. 5B will be out soon. But make sure y'all run up the likes on this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Comment it up. Flood the comments, because I know you're going to have something to say, because this part is crazy. But yeah, it's just too much footage. I should have made a part 5 and 6, but I told y'all it was just going to be a part 5. So being that I'm in the same outfit, it's going to be part 5B. So I'll see y'all on part 5B. Again, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see y'all soon. I'll see y'all real soon. Later.